shabby. You know, stuck with your education as well.
I did. I graduated from UConn with my communications degree, but I also mainly graduated with my basketball degree, which is why I did the Harvard School of Business thing. So I could be like, hello, family. I'm here. I'm here.
You're like, I'm doing things too. Like, I'm
a dad that's an engineer and a mom that's a college professor. It's like, it's rough around, you know, it's rough around here.
It's competitive. It's super competitive. Do you still ever play with any of your siblings just for fun?
No, they stopped playing me as soon as they thought I could beat them. Nobody would play me so that they could say I never beat them. So it's a running joke that they have. So funny every holiday. Renee's never beat me, and I'm like, oh, you know, like.
Oh, that's funny.
That's what they do every time. Yeah.
Okay, so I've been binge watching like high school basketball since we can't watch other sports right now. Okay. Yeah, and it's been really enlightening and fun. I've been like watching Hopkins play and Paige Becker.
Some high school teams.
Yes. No. Yeah. They. I mean, literally, it looks like you're watching the WNBA or NBA.
Right.
I mean, I don't know who's editing this stuff, but it's like insane. They got camera angles. All kinds of
professionals, yeah.
Real professionals. So I've been watching it like crazy. And when I'm listening to the commentators, they're saying stuff like, oh, such and such, she's a senior. She has a 4.2 GPA. You know, she's scoring like 20-something points a game and blah, 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 blah. A few schools may be looking at her. I'm like, wait, what? Like, she's doing that well and still only maybe a few schools possibly are looking at her. What are your thoughts on that? Like, how?
So it's interesting because just even to take that a step further, women's basketball has the lowest progression rate. So 1.2% of college female basketball players make it to the WNBA. It's the hardest pro sports league to get in statistics-wise because there's only 144 players. There's 12 teams, 12 players, which is 144 of us. So that's not surprising because in sports, it's like you have this big pool of college players, high school players, and then you have to shrink it to college and shrink it to pro. So, you know, she might be averaging 20, but the coaches might go and watch her and see that, well, her skill set doesn't necessarily go to the college level or something. So there's so many different things, but it's competitive. The main thing is it's competitive.
Well, what does it take to get to the college level? If anyone's out there watching and is like dreaming of this, what do you need in you?
You got to have a passion about yourself, and you have to have thick skin. I think in sports, entertainment, modeling, you used to be a model. Anything where you have to put yourself out there for people to critique, you have to have thick skin and you have to be headstrong. You have to believe you can do it because there's going to be so many people that tell you can't, that if you start to believe them, you're not going to make it. So I would just say the main thing is self-confidence. And like, as long as you believe it yourself, it'll be the drive you need.
Good. Now, are there any other stats that typically get someone in the door at a college? Like,
I always preach to be the person with the intangibles because, like, there's always going to be the person that scores more, that plays better defense. But what if you're the player that they know every day is going to come in and have a good attitude and is going to help everybody? So, because everybody can't be LeBron James, you know, like everybody can't be Steph Curry. So I always just tell people, like, just have the good character thing. So be the one that's always early, be the one that has positive energy, you know, be that guy or that girl. And then I think a lot of coaches will like that.
Good. Great advice. Good advice. Okay, so let's talk about the WNBA. How has it been affected right now by the pandemic? Let's keep it 100.
Yeah, all right. Keep it 100. So 100 is that there's so many different surveys they send us and different things, trying to just poll and see basically the psyche of the players, what the players are doing, because we're all in situations. I live in a condo. So my situation is that, you know, even when I get basketball requests, like, can you do a dribbling video? I'm like, nah, I can't. You know, I live in a condo, like, so I can't. I say no because maybe if I did one and it was like 45 seconds, okay, but I'm not going to be able to be dribbling all over the place all the time. So it's difficult because we all, obviously, we're athletes and we love the game, the fans the game. So there's that aspect that we love it. But also, too, the same way fans are like, I'm probably not going to go sit in the stands anytime soon. I'm wondering, like, well, how safe if, you know, we can't wear a mask during the game, you know?
Yeah.
So until we figure out the safety factors, and I know Georgia's opening back up. I know Georgia's opening up.
Yeah.
Until we figure out some safety precautions, like, there's just nothing that we can do. Like, we don't know anything. And I play in the WNBA, and there's nothing that I know that's concrete.
Well, how do you stay in shape then while, you know, you're on this break?
Listen, I'm telling you, I'm giving Billy Blanks, is that his name? I'm giving him a run for his money. I'm in the house, and I have like little weights and stuff, so I'll hold them in my hands, and so I do all the home workouts that you can do, and I'm still gonna be completely out of shape, but I'm trying to I'm completely wrecked. So,
oh gosh, like I'm doing everything, but it's still not gonna work.
Once we start running and jumping, I'm gonna feel like I never did anything, but it's just good for my mental to feel like I'm like staying in shape some way.
Yeah, I'm telling you, there's nothing like running. Running on a court back and forth, you can't get that same level of fitness in the house. It's just.
I mean, you can run as many stairs, and as soon as you got to play some defense and then get the rebound and dribble and try to shoot, yeah, like you're hit.
Yeah. We've been playing 2-on-2 games in our backyard, and I will tell you this, like.
Who's winning?
Team Scorpio. You already know. It's, you know, it's competitive because every day Team Leo, they're getting better. You know what I'm saying? Like, yeah, they're getting better. Like, we're only beating them now by like maybe 5 points. You know what I'm saying?
So
getting tighter. August is crying a little bit less when she loses, a little bit less. But what I am noticing though is that yes, it is a different level of fitness when you're playing basketball because you're doing so many moves at the same time, like from bending down to pick up the ball, jumping in the air, like.
And I'm telling you, the trainers and like our trainer Jamal, shouts to Jamal, but our trainer Jamal, you know, he sends a daily workout and everything like that. And it does try to incorporate stuff where I'm jumping down. But I'm telling you, as soon as that adrenaline hits or as soon as somebody's playing defense on us, there's just nothing like game shape. So yeah, you're right. And shouts to y'all for whooping them. Come on, make it a little competitive.
I mean,
let them win one time so they keep playing.
No, we're doing our best. We're doing our best. And the thing is, we're like starting to click and understand, like, okay, you know, if you send a pick, roll off, like they're getting, you know, little things here and there. So it's good. It's good. It's good exercise. It keeps us sane. I'm jammed only one finger during the quarantine, which is this one.
I'm surprised at him because y'all, you know, that whole crew, people don't know, but I'm familiar with the crew in basketball. I know that I'm sure it gets really competitive. Nails might break. Hair might be pulled. People might lay down. I don't play that laying on the ground stuff.
I know. One day I got hit in the face with a ball at full speed. It was like, bam. I was like, wait a minute, y'all. We're not trying to go to the hospital.
Whoa
right now. Like, slow down.
Pump your brakes.
Please. It's not that deep. It's not that deep. Okay, we got him a bag.
And I cook it on the stove.
Yeah. You know what? I don't like a lot of stuff that's inside of a package.
Oh, no. Somebody keep that Nutella. I agree. Keep the Nutella.
Nutella is life. Yeah. Like, it's life. We fight in my house over Nutella. I'm like, who ate the last bit of Nutella? It's so good.
So you know, if I were to snack, I'm sorry, this is your interview, and I started taking it out.
No, you know what thing I have tried that was in a bag lately, and I was like thoroughly impressed? What? Those wrap snacks. Have you ever had that?
Yeah. What? You tried that little Boosie?
No, I had the Cardi B ones. And I'm like, that is an impeccable chip.
I heard Master P, Lil Boosie, Ray J, maybe.
I know.
Yeah. Okay. No, wrap snacks. Good.
Wrap snacks. I had the Cardi B one and I had the Migos one. And I was impressed with both. Yeah, but I only got it one time and I never bought it again. So I don't really eat a lot of stuff.
I'll take it. I'll take that answer.
Oh, y'all all hate Nutella. I'm so like, what? Okay, it's all right.
No one eats that. That's foreign.
Okay. All right. So now you got me off track. But here, wait, hold on.
Gather yourself. While you're gathering yourself, I will say that when I said that's foreign, a lot of people in overseas, like that's their go-to. It's all over the thing. So yeah.
Yeah. Okay. We have a question in from @Smith.Just Inc. wants to know, Renee, has there been any news of when the WNBA will open up?
None. So if you hear about it, let me know. But as far as I literally, all I know is that I know nothing. And that's like, they have to wait until they can get something concrete to know, like, how can we even work out right now? Like, even we couldn't even work out with our whole team as people. So I really don't know anything. It's not even like, this is keeping it 100. I know nothing. And that's why athletes are just as anxious as everyone else, because I know everybody's worried about their jobs and worried about being furloughed or you're not furloughed. But for us, like, we were like, there's a discussion, can athletes file for unemployment? You know, like, pending or postponed. The NBA already has a certain amount of their games in their season, and I heard that they're going to reduce like 25% of the salary, but we haven't started our season. So we're kind of really like everybody else, where we really just don't know where things are right now.
Wow.
Yeah.
Well, until we all get that information, you need to tell me what your favorite snack is that you've been eating pre and post.
My favorite snack is, so I'm allergic to apples. I'm allergic to a lot of things in life, but I'm allergic to apples. So my favorite snack is a peeled golden delicious apple sliced up. I have like little slicer that you go like this to, and it makes it like the perfect slices.
Okay.
And I eat that every day, like 3 times a day, which is probably too many. And I also like sliced bananas beside it. So we're both pretty boring with that. I gave you trouble. We're both pretty boring. Like, if somebody asks me what do I want as a snack, that's probably like my first thing I'm gonna say if I'm home. So yeah.
Okay, this is a great question that just came in too, from at losangeles.kid with 2 Ds, wants to know what it was like playing for Coach Gino.
Oh man, it was so, you know how like you have a parent relationship where sometimes you really don't like your parents, and then but you understand they love you and you understand why what they do. So a lot of times people realize that Coach Raymond like yells and stuff a lot, but I understood that that's like his way of showing he cares, because he wants you to be the best. So it was great for me. I mean, I enjoyed it. I like when people don't sugarcoat things. So I don't like when people tell me what they have to say, but add in like some sugar before and some sugar after. Just tell me what it is and let me be like, all right. Like, I got it. So he's one of those guys that he just shoots it straight. And for me, that's like my perfect style.
Wow. Okay, so Cheryl Miller.
Oh, I already know what you're talking about. The Trojans, girl. I know you ain't talking about the Trojans now.
That was everything. I loved it.
Oh, shouts to Imani. That was her mom on there. Yeah, my ex-teammate. I shouldn't say ex-teammate. I should say former. Ex sounds like a breakup.
Yeah.
My former teammate, whom I still love.
Yeah.
Her mom was a part of that group. So, yeah, that was a big deal. And for somebody like the platform that they were on, you know, it was done right. It was, the story was told well. So yeah, I'm here for all things female at this point right now, because like it's a whole movement going on.
Yeah. A whole movement. Okay, so have a question in here. Was it tougher training to play in the WNBA or college? Which one was tougher?
Oh man, I would say training wise, I would say college, just because of the WNBA, we only have a 2-week preseason, so you got to come in season in shape, and they're not going to get you in shape in that 2 weeks. But in college though, I just talked to y'all about them workouts where you're ready to cry, and I don't know if this is what I signed up for. In college, where we're running stadiums with bags on our backs and, you know, like those weights on. Yeah, so college is a whole nother. College, you're basically a professional weight trainer that plays basketball. Okay,
good to know. Good to know. All right, so story time. Tell everyone about your first Pretty Girl Sweat experience.
Ooh, okay. So I can't remember if that was the first one. Yeah, that was the first one. So I didn't even know much about it other than, and this is, we're keeping it 100.
Yeah.
I always do a little vetting thing, and I go look at people's social media. Yeah. I click the links. I see, like, did the graphics look okay? Is the quality? It's real. This is stuff that I check for. So
I
got the invitation, and I'm looking, I'm clicking, I'm like, okay. And I get my stuff. I get my little pad. You know, I like to take notes. I'm like, Carrie Hills. Okay, she had this person. Okay, she had, and I'm like, this is legit. So then I rock up, and y'all have the whole flower for the photos. And I'm like, oh, this is like a real thing. Rashawn Ali is hosting the whole thing. Okay, so my first Pretty Girls experience was like, I was blown away, because it was, I mean, she had a person that walked me from point A to point B. I had a babysitter, you know, it was just like, she made me like, so my first sweat experience was, it was great. I had a +1 with me. I actually had a +3 with me. And, you know, that's what athletes do. It's ridiculous. But
I mean,
long story short, everybody was taken care of and treated well. So my first experience was amazing. I even you after the experience, like, whoa, that was so nicely done. Like, so I was that blown away that I emailed you afterwards.
Yay. Well, we enjoyed having you. You gave a great speech when you accepted your award as well. That was super inspiring, letting everybody know that pretty girls do sweat. I love it. I love it.
Oh, thank you. Yeah, because it's a dope concept because, you know, like anytime it's like weights or anything is associated with like masculine women or tomboys, but there's a certain amount of women that all women are pretty women, but a lot of times it's just breaking the stigma. So yes, it's awesome.
Totally, totally. And I'm really feeling like sports are changing now too. I feel like more girls are getting into it because they don't feel like it's a masculine thing if they play sports. And like I'm watching even high school basketball, like I said, and I'm just like, whoa, this is changing. Like there's a lot more
Big,
girls playing.
big time with the virtual draft, and you see the now swag is in, so culture's in.
Renee with everyone.
What's next? So when we get off of here, I have a call with Fox Sports South. I'm interviewing my head coach, and I'm our first round draft pick. So I'm basically like the host, but I'm also on the team. So it's pretty cool. Did you mean what's next today or what's next in general?
Well, that was great too because I want people to tune into that. But just next in general too.
Next in general, it's interesting because I feel like I'm at this point where I'm trying to almost pivot. I don't necessarily know, you know, our budget's going to get cut, where I was working for all those people that you mentioned when you introduced me, but our budget's going to get cut. Are they still going to, because I was doing freelance and per contract, so I don't necessarily know for sure what I'm going to do, but I do know that I want to really try to get into hosting, interviewing, doing different things of that nature. So that's why I'm doing the different shows on my own Instagram and doing what you're doing and interviewing people on my live. So what's next for me is just trying to work on my next career.
Well, you're killing it and you're doing it. So keep it up. And of course you're getting like marriage proposals. I love it. Y'all are so sweet. So, you know, if you ever want to scroll through the comments and, you know, look at anybody who's shouting you out, hitting them up in the DMs, it's up to you. You know what I'm saying? But I look forward to seeing you again in real life, hopefully soon, when it's safe.
I know. Thank you for having me.
Oh, it's always a pleasure. I enjoy it every minute of it. You got like a little tear in my eye from laughing. Well, enjoy the rest of Bye. Enjoy the rest of your day.